Hello, 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 hello. Know that you know that you know. Knowing you know. Those are a couple of my favorite words. Because when you know something, it gives you the energy and the strength and the endurance to pull through. Now today I'm talking about I want to be married. Now, a lot of women say things like, oh, I don't need a man. That's fine. This one is not for you. This is for the woman who wants to be married. She knows what she wants. She's not quite sure how to achieve it. And for me, that's where I'm comfortable at. And in your life, it has to work for you. It doesn't have to work for anybody. Let me tell you the key to my marriages. Being married my whole adult life. I've heard people say things like, oh, I only want to do it one time. They have to say that to reassure themselves in case it doesn't work out. They don't seem like a failure or whatever, or that they don't want to get divorced because they're going to put up with anything. Not me. Not me. Because I believe in growth. And some people are not going to grow with you. They're going to stay where they're at. It's okay to move on. You don't have to be mad at anybody because you guys aren't able to grow together. Then I hear people say, oh, but their marriage didn't last. Yes, it did. It lasted for however long they were together. If they were together 6 years, that's how long it lasted. And let me tell you this. We, as a group of women, as a powerful, beautiful, loving group of women, have to remove the acceptance of people putting labels on us. Oh, you a bitter black woman. And we accept that. We allow people to say things like that to us. Anyone who has been through a breakup, I don't care what color you are, you're going to be thrown off guard and shaken up. Doesn't make you bitter. You may be angry that things didn't go the way you wanted to. That's everybody. That's not just you. Stop allowing people to place labels on you and then you accept them. There's nothing bitter about being hurt. And know what you want. Know that you know what you want. When you're under 25, you have the time to enjoy yourself and kiss a bunch of frogs and really not know what you want, but that's okay because that's what dating and relationships prepare you for. So if you're up in your 30s and your 40s, now you're at a time in your life where you know what you want. Well, you should know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, stop this video and go take the time to figure out exactly what you want. Be authentic and be clear. As a matter of fact, write it down. Write down exactly what you want. And it's okay. At this age, stop worrying about what someone thinks about you. When I first moved to the East Coast, I had an older lady with locks. And she would have me put them up in all different kind of styles for her. And I asked her, I said, you get your hair done a lot for church. And she said, yeah, I go to church sometimes. Now, this lady's like 80 years old. Beautiful, funny, inspiring lady. She said, but I don't just get my hair done for church. I go out on dates. And I almost dropped the utensils in my hand like, what? And she said, well, she had to come down and let me in when I got to the building. It's a secure building for seniors. And she said, yeah, you see all those hussies that was downstairs in the lobby turning their nose up at me? And I said, yeah. She said, they talking about me right now. And she said, they're mad because I still date. She said, I'm going to date till I die. And she said, I'm not dead. And I said, well, all right now. She said, I go online and I meet me a man and we go out to dinner and we go dancing and we go walk around. And she said, while they sitting around talking about me and they miserable, I'm out enjoying my life. And at first it was funny and humorous and I thought it was so cute. But like a maybe a month later, I was like, dang, that's real. And she said, you think I care about what they say about me? I don't. She said, they got to watch me every day, every time I go on a date, walk down that hall and look gorgeous and have some fine man meeting me, taking me somewhere. And so we have to stop worrying about what people think. I've met women who say, I don't date online. Nobody's really sitting in the bars anymore meeting people. That is the new thing. You have to learn how to change with the times. Are there some nuts online? Absolutely. When I first came to the East Coast, I dated online. And I, for the first time, embraced dating because it was fun. I met people that I never thought I was going to meet. I met some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people, some wonderful guys. Just taught me so much, taught me about the city. I met a guy who actually worked for the city. He took me and showed me how the water works and how the water system works. I met some complete nuts where I couldn't wait till the date was over, and I played my position until that check was paid, and I got the heck up out of there. I was like, no. But stop worrying about what someone thinks about you. Girl, she met him online. So what? You just mad because you haven't met anybody. And let me tell you something about men. Men are shallow, and they think with their eyes. No man wants a woman that nobody else wants. It's been times that I've went on dates from online and met other men. Other men wink, other men, hey, how you doing? Meet me at the bathroom, all kind of stuff. So get out. Don't be ashamed to put the word out. I made it a full-time job when I was ready to be married after dating and meeting different people and actually just getting out there, seeing what I like and what I don't like, what's going to work for me, and building my husband up in my head because I knew what I wanted. And I wasn't going to let anybody tell me, oh, your standards are too high. No, I'm at the age where I know what I want. So get out there and shout it from the rooftop. Make it a full-time job. If you're ready to be married, make it a full-time job. Tell people, I want to meet somebody. If you have somebody that you can introduce me to, go to events. Go set you a page up. You put on your page exactly what you want. Do not put on there what you don't want. That is wasted energy. Put on there exactly what you want. Be specific about it. Don't be ashamed of it. Because if you send mixed signals to the universe, that's what you're going to get. I hear women say things like, well, if I get married, I do. If I don't, knowing damn well in their heart they want to be married. Stop doing that because you're blocking your marriages. You're blocking them. Say exactly what you want. Say how you want your new husband to be. This message is for people who are tired of, the women who are tired and ready. They're ready. They're ready for someone to share their life with. They no longer want to carry their groceries in by themselves. They no longer want to pay all the bills by themselves. They no longer want to sit in the salon for 6 hours and get all dressed up just for themselves. It's okay to love yourself. That comes first. We get that part. We get that part. But those of us who are sitting in the salons getting our nails done and we get out and we don't have anyone to take us to the museum, take us to the art show, take us to dinner. It's okay to hang out with your girlfriends. I still do that. I'm married. I still hang out with my girlfriends. But some of us want companionship. They no longer want all the burden put on their self of having their car fixed. They would like to have someone take their car every now and then and just take it to be cleaned. And see, that's where I'm at, and that's where I've always been. I'm comfortable being married because I like to share everything, share responsibilities, share love. I like to share my body with my significant other. I don't want to have sex by myself. So this is for the people that are ready. Say exactly what you want and mean it. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be bitter. You don't have to try to make anybody feel little or belittle anybody. And ladies, when we're dating, When you're dating and you're preparing for your husband, you're preparing for your husband. You're going on dates, you're preparing for your husband. You're going to picnics, you're going to barbecues, you're going out of town because you're putting yourself out there to meet somebody. Stay open-minded and listen. We have a tendency as females to get out there and start talking about our past, talking about how a man hurt us. Be quiet and listen. Listen, listen, listen. So he can tell you who he is. He can tell you if he is what you're looking for, what you're seeking, what you desire, what you know you want. So be quiet. You're seeking, you're out there attracting your husband, so you need to listen twice as much as you talk. And as you get to know someone, if you got your eye on somebody after you're dating other people, then you open up a little bit and can give them some information about you. But listen and stop worrying about what people think. Date, 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 date. Stop thinking, oh, she gonna think I'm a hooker or the people in my building. Who cares? Let them remain in their stuff and you move on to the next chapter in your life. Date. It was times that I was dating so much I was exhausted. I would go on a date for breakfast. I would go on a date for lunch sometimes. Sometimes I would have a dinner date. And it was like a job. I would have to sleep, you know. And I didn't tell anybody my business because I didn't want to hear, all them people you dating. Absolutely. I don't want to put my eye on one person that I meet one day, and because I'm lonely or desperate or feeling some type of way, he the one. No. I had other guys to compare him with. I had guys that were so nice to me, but they wasn't ready for what I was ready for. I didn't come off desperate because I had a lot of guys to date. I still had guys to choose from, so I didn't have to be so desperate. I was able to relax on my dates because I knew I had a date coming up that evening or later on that day or the next day coming up. It gave me such confidence to know that all the women, the billions of women on the planet, I was chosen for the opportunity to spend time with this particular gentleman. I met tons of guys online. I met guys not online. And it just was an amazing thing to date all of these guys and actually figure out exactly what I want. And I was specific about it, and I was not going to distract from what I want. I knew that I wanted someone with children that were older because I only had one daughter and she was getting up there, and I really didn't want to do the small children thing because I had already done that. I was ready to travel. I was ready to go to museums. I was ready to get dressed up and go to fine dining, have picnics, and I didn't want to really deal with I got to take my kid to the doctor, and that's fine if that's where you're at and you're willing to accept that. You don't have a problem with that. But for me, it did not work. I wasn't okay with the baby mama drama, and she don't want him, but if he gets somebody else, now the baby's 6-7 times a week. So I didn't really want to deal with that. I knew what I wanted. I wanted to deal with a man with maybe older children or no children at all. And basically that's what I wanted. And guess what? That's exactly what I got. That's exactly what I got. That's exactly my husband's situation. So I'm telling you to stay focused. Be clear about what you want. If you're not clear, you cannot trick God and the universe. You can't. You can't trick God. You can't trick the universe. You have to be clear about what you want, and you can't be ashamed of it. You can't have mixed feelings on it. You have to be woman enough to stand up and say, no, this is what I want. Yes, this is what I'm going to get. And then we put ourselves in these situations where we label ourselves and say things like, oh, my relationships have been so bad. I'm not good at picking men. And I wish I had somebody to pick a man for me. No longer release that into the universe. What you were doing was getting to know what you like. You had to go through those guys to figure out that is not what I want. This is what I want. That didn't work out for me, so I know that I'm not going to do that again. So you were just preparing and learning. learning like if you were learning something for a new job or for school. You're just learning who you are. Now you're at an age and a time in your life where you know exactly what you want. And that is freaking K. It's okay to know what you want. Go for it, put it out there, and make it happen. Expose yourself. Make it. I hear women, I'm grinding. I'm about to wake up grinding. They want, chasing money, but won't put that type of effort in a significant other, and then try to blame everybody else that there isn't any good men in the world. Well, that's a story that I hear a lot of times, and if you keep saying it out your mouth, then that's going to be your existence. Tell yourself every day that someone is praying for you. Someone is seeking you. They're getting dressed every day, brushing their teeth so they can put themselves in the world because they want you. Oh, there's not enough men. Well, if that's what you say to yourself, that's what it's going to be. If you tell yourself there's no good men, that's what's going to happen to you. Tell yourself every day that there is someone seeking me. God has placed someone on the planet, especially for me. And we're going to enjoy ourselves. If you like to go dance, we're going to go dancing. We're going to, I'm not saying to be like, oh, his toe is too big. You've been on the planet too long for that as well. I hear a lot of women, is he cute? First time you try to fix him up with somebody, what do he look like? What? You've been on the planet. That's for somebody 15 or 16. As you get older, things happen to you. Women, one of your boobs be bigger than the other. Sometimes hardworking men get their foot smashed and now they got a limp. That doesn't change the inside of them, And I know you're saying, oh, you said exactly what you want. Yes, from the inside and the inside out. From the inside out. Don't miss out on a good life partner, spouse. Because somebody's toe is too big. I'm serious. I hear women in their 40s say stuff like that. He ugly, but this is everything you said you wanted in a man. So, and then the thing is, we don't have the shape that we used to have, So we have to, at this point in our life, look at the inside. Look at the inside. I'm not saying be with somebody you're totally not attracted to. But I'm saying be mature enough to recognize a good partner when they come along. But, yeah, I had to share this today. This was on my heart. I know this one was a little bit longer than the videos that I make. But I've had a couple of people, girl, you stay married. When I moved out here, I think I was here a year. When I moved from home and moved away from all my family and everything I knew, I think I was gone a year and a half before I got married. And people want to know how I did it. That's how I did it. I stayed tenacious about it. And I told myself there's a plethora of men out there seeking me. And I don't have to settle. And I don't have to try to make somebody into something that they're not. And I'm not going to do the cake box man thing anymore. Oh, if I just add some eggs and butter and milk, and then he could be the flavor that I want him to be. I had stopped that. No. Why would I do that when I could go to the bakery and pick the cake that I want? I want the chocolate cake with the mousse inside, and I want it already ready. So I stopped trying to potentially prepare a cake big mix man. No. I started seeing people for who they were. I started listening more than I spoke on dates and got to know these guys. And exactly what I wanted, I found in my husband. I wanted someone that allowed me to be artistic and trust and believe. I went out with some guys, like I said, that were absolutely marvelous. And then some were just nut jobs. So don't throw in the towel. Settling is equivalent to giving up. Know your worth. We are priceless. God chose us to bring forth life. We are like flowers. We push through the dirt and we become beautiful flowers, and we wave in the sun, and we hope that someone picks us, someone chooses us because we're beautiful flowers. We want people to walk by and smell us and look at us and touch us and then pick us. So it's okay to want to be picked. It's okay to push through the earth and show your beauty and be picked. How marvelous is that? Date, 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 so you're not so vulnerable. Say exactly what you want. Take time in the morning for yourself to breathe, meditate, and tell yourself how dynamic you are. Put that shield around you in the morning. See, when you get up and you tell yourself how amazing you are, that's a shield throughout the day. No one can take that from you. And see people for exactly the way they are. Don't try to turn anybody into anything. And be authentic. Come raw. Be authentic. Turn yourself into a little girl inside and forget about how and what and if, and just show up and have a good time and learn how to enjoy that particular moment. If you meet somebody, maybe they don't have the other things on your list, but you just laughed until your heart fell out. You say, well, I know this is not my husband, but this man is funny as shit. and enjoy that and smile and have a good time and say exactly what you want. But I put this out there for a couple of people that always say that you stay married. It's like, I'm not mean and I'm not aggressive. I'm not trying to be like, girl, you know, but I know what I wanted, and I put myself out there. And some of the guys that I really was attracted to, I had to be realistic with myself and say, you know what, he is cool as a friend, but he's not my husband, even though he's fine as I don't know what. So I had to put my big girl drawers on too and separate the two. Separate the two. And just maybe just continue to be their friend. But know that I know that I know that I'm knowing that they weren't, you know, husband material. They were only friend material, or only someone to laugh with or something like that. So I appreciate you guys allowing me to share this with you. And yeah, that's how I feel about it. For those who wanted to know what I did and my strategy, that's what it is. You put yourself out there just like if you were seeking a job. So have the most amazing day. I want for you what I want for myself. And that's everything. And what is everything? Whatever everything is to you. I love you. Have an awesome, blessed day. Thank you.